Welcome to DWI. We're coming to you live, fellas. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Keep the energy high because it is 2024. So, without further ado, I'm Ellie. That's Duve. That's Wax. We are DWI. Fellas, let's dive right into it. Wax, I see you got the memo.
Oh, yeah.
You know what time it is, right?
Yeah.
You know what time it is, right?
Yes, sir.
Listen, we gotta finish it. We gotta finish strong. We gotta finish strong, dude.
We got to.
You know, we got two games left. We got a game tonight. This afternoon. So I figure if we finish up by dinner time, we can put the women and children to bed.
Right.
And go looking for dinner.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? So, with that being said, and sounding sexist, we gotta kick some ass, fellas.
Right.
Coach T, if you're out there tonight, listen. I see all kind of information in the press about you getting a bag, and they're gonna re-sign you, I'm sure. You know, in our eyes and in your other fans' eyes, you haven't had a losing season, and you're not really a terrible coach or a bad coach in the regards of that. But we need you to finish strong. We need you to get that team motivated. Find it. It's in there, my brother. Dig deep. Find that inspiration and be an inspiration to the whole town of Pittsburgh because we need you. We need the football players to align. Go ahead and go down there to the Seahawkville and kick some damn ass.
Go Mason Rudolph. I've been saying this shit for a couple weeks.
What the fuck?
That they should have put Mason Rudolph in over Mitch Trubisky.
Yes, you did that, but I mean,
We'll see what happened.
2 weeks.
But he didn't even say that. If you want to go back a couple episodes, if y'all got the ability to just go look.
We're Freemasons over here.
No, he's Freemason, and he had a Freemason T-shirt on. He was like Freemason, and damn,
I'm a 33rd degree Freemason.
He was like Freemason until it's in reverse, until Mason's free.
I'm a stone cutter, so I'm not even a Freemason.
So listen, here's the thing. None of us really had that much faith in him, and I'm
Not
sure
really.
he didn't until things changed, I guess.
Yeah, because I know I didn't. I was like, I'll be the first one to admit it. I wanted him gone. Like, I wanted him shipped on the first thing smoking out of Pittsburgh.
I was happy what I saw though. I was proud of him for sticking with it. He's been through a lot of bullshit here.
I'll say.
Yeah.
I mean, you get a cat from Chicago coming in taking your job before you can even fight for it.
I mean, but that was a bad idea. That was a bad choice from the start.
Well, they doubled back, and then they was like, you know what? I'm gonna let this rookie get more playing time than you do. So it's his time to show up and show out.
But he got to, and he played like it. He played like this is my last chance to do anything in this league, and he fucking showed his ass. So,
Right.
He did, because
with that.
One more fuck up, he'd have been commentating next year.
Yeah,
Well, we said it a couple of weeks ago. One more fuck up, he'd have been bagging groceries.
But now Mitch is gonna be the one bagging groceries.
He should have been bagging groceries last year. I mean, in my opinion.
In
my opinion, he should have been gone last year, but that's besides the point.
You gonna have somebody come out the cut like, that's not what you said a couple of weeks ago. They gonna say it like the old guy Coming to America. But no, I mean, listen. We say all that to say this. We're still rocking a black and yellow. We're still representing a home team. We just need you guys to show up and kick some ass. And remember where the hell you come from. Coach Tomlin, it's not easy for a guy your stature to make it in a situation like you're in to look good. But if we're going to go down, let's go down swinging. That's what we do here. We're hard-working individuals who love our fucking football team, who love to make money, and who love to take adversity, take it and put it in a chokehold and change the events of how it comes out, making sure it's not disastrous in a situation where we need to be triumphant. So let's go.
And with that being said, let me just cut you off real quick. We need to stop depending on other teams to lose and win. Like
we said it. We said it
we're
time
always,
after time.
we're always in this position. This shit sucks.
So I'm rooting for us to win out, and I hope everything falls in place. But Coach Tomlin, like you need to do a better job, in my opinion. I'm a fan. I fuck with you, and I mean you're black. I root for you. You know what I mean? But come on, man.
Right.
Come on.
Like they'll give him credit for this, but like he got to get some blame for the position that we're in too, because those 3 losses we just took, man, was bad losses, man. We don't want if we don't won one of those games, we be in the driver's seat right now.
Yeah,
I agree.
We be in the driver's seat. So
I mean, 2-9 teams.
Right.
That's terrible. We lost. We got bombed on.
Right.
That's terrible.
Right.
Like, so we pull one of those out. We're controlling our destiny.
right.
I always say this, fellas, and you know it. Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Right.
So if you're going to be the one making the situations cohere like they're supposed to, if you're the guy in charge, if you're the guy running things, if you're the guy who's in position to make the plays happen,
Right.
you're going to have a heavy head because everything may not work out to your advantage.
Right.
But you can do this. You can pull your sleeves up, act like you know where the fuck you're coming from, and go out there and give it your best shot. My homie said something a couple of weeks ago, which I have to agree with him. Had we been put in a position to where we could have won out and everything would have been situated, we would have had a X or a Y by our name, things would have been different. But he suggested that we, maybe see what happens, or if the situation that we lose, we get a good draft pick. I don't see nothing wrong with it, and I back his play, but at the same time, it's hard for me to look at things like that because we all come from a situation where we're the underdogs, and we got to put forth that effort. So, there's going to be those of us that agree. There's going to be those of us that disagree. With all that being said, we're true fans, and we love where we come from. So we try to figure out every way possible to make this Steelers shit happen. Whether it's getting good draft picks coming up, putting ourselves in position to make those type of decisions, or if we went out and go nose to nose with a team that's in first place. So with that being said, fellas, we need to put work in. Offensively, Duve, what you think's going to happen in that running back position?
I think they should be running Jalen Warren a little bit more, because Seattle, you can run on Seattle, so they should be running Jalen Warren and Najee. You know what I'm saying? You need both of them. I do say we need both of them, but I think there needs to be a little bit more with Jalen Warren. I think he's been getting more snaps. Maybe not more runs than Harris, but he's been getting more snaps.
Right.
And they need to continue that. Maybe give him even more snaps at running. Running the field. I
agree. I told you I wasn't putting this jersey back on until it made sense to me to put it back on. Well, you see, I got that shit on. I need him to show up and show out. I know what his potential level is. He's proved it year after year in college.
Right.
Year after year with us. You can't wait till now to, start second guessing yourself. So with that being said, Najee, I got your jersey back on, my brother. Let's lead the team to this damn win tonight. We play in a couple of hours, so we're going ahead and get motivated, man, to go ahead and win this win. You know why, fellas? Because we're willing it and or dealing that shit. So Steeler fans at home, if you got any little last gumption of wanting to get this game under wraps, wheel that shit. And then deal it. Because if you know how I know, we got a chance of pulling this off and getting a playoff a spot. And that's basically what we're looking for.
We just need a little bit of help, but the help is reasonable help. It's not like we need miracles. We need because we pretty much lost to everybody in the AFC South.
Yeah.
So we just need, and two of those teams play each other, so they're going to get a loss. So we need two of those teams to lose this week and next week.
Right.
So, and that's possible.
Yeah, it's possible because none of them are good. None of them are that good.
But we do still have to win.
Now, hopefully, the Ravens locked up the number 1 spot by the time we play them next week.
Right.
And then they'll be sitting their starters. And then, then we'll be playing the backups, hopefully. You know what I mean?
Hold on. This is Lamar Jackson. We got his number.
Mm-hmm.
Last time we played him, fellas, you remember, Wax. Mm-hmm. You watched the game.
I sure did.
We beat that ass.
And we kind of own them, to be honest. Like, we kind of own them motherfuckers.
Not kind of. We bought stock in. Listen.
I mean, truth be told, though, they gave us that game.
They did.
Because their receivers didn't catch shit. So if their receivers caught 2 passes extra, we lost that game. So we gotta come through and actually beat them niggas.
Right.
Yeah,
Wax.
you're right.
What's a win?
A win is a win.
Thank you.
I get it.
So at home, y'all all answered that question at the same time they did. Y'all was like, a win? A win is a win. I'll take it.
I'll definitely
All of them ain't pretty,
I'll
fellas.
definitely take it. But like I said, like they got it. We can't play sloppy defense like that this time around, man. And hopefully Mason, can look like he did last week. I mean, it was the Bengals and they stink.
Man, that brother looked like he was a top-notch quarterback.
Like, shit.
When's the last time you remember scoring 30 points in a game,
It's
dude?
been since Ben Roethlisberger was here.
Correct. So, Mason, we didn't have faith in you before,
Right.
but we got it now. Don't make us look foolish by believing in you, my brother.
So let me ask you this: Mason plays good today. Kenny's healthy next week. Who do you go with?
Come on, dude. That's unfair, bro.
I mean, who do you go with? Do you go with Kenny?
I'm going to let Wax
Or do
answer
you-
this
do you-
shit
Do you
first.
come back to Kenny or do you go with Mason? If he won 2 in a row, 2 good games.
I'm 50-50, but like I would still go, and I know everybody at home is gonna cuss my name out. Like they're
It
gonna
don't
be
matter.
like mother. But I would go with Kenny Pickett, man, because like if you take the starting role from him, you're gonna mess with his like
Don't change the recipe.
right. Like
You're
I
gonna
mean,
mess with his
but
will.
at the same time, the recipe hasn't been working.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
But you're gonna mess with his confidence if you bench him.
I got you.
But at the same time, no, you have to go with what's working.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
So that's why I'm like 50-50.
If Mason goes out there and has like a mediocre game and we win, I probably would go with Kenny. But if Mason plays like he did last week, I'm not taking him out until he stinks.
I think that if Mason does what he's supposed to do, leave him in there.
Right.
Leave him in there for right now. But
Right.
we got an awesome backup if he doesn't do his job.
Awesome.
I'm not going to say awesome backup, but a healthy Kenny Pickett, he wasn't losing.
He's all right.
He, like dude said, he wouldn't lose you the game.
wouldn't lose.
Correct. So,
Like,
like, when I say awesome backup, I'm glad that I ain't got just Mitch sitting there.
Right.
Like, all right,
Shit.
come here. Like, it'd be some, like, water boy or somebody. I just do the towel, sir. Like, I don't give a fuck. Mitch, take your shit off and get in there. Let him use your uniform. Because, like, I've lost full faith in Mitch.
He's terrible.
You know, Mitch comes out of a situation to where, like I told you, dude, he got drafted. Not only did he get drafted, he got a scholarship. He got a scholarship to a university. Therefore, he got a pick from an NFL team, which, in my eyes, it's hard to get a pick from an NFL team to, let you know that if you're good enough to sustain a job.
Man, a sucker's born every day, though.
Yes, sir. A sucker's born every day, B.
Right. So basically what you're telling me is there's a bridge downtown you guys could sell me.
Right.
What about that oceanfront property, Wax?
I'll sell it to you right now.
It's in Idaho,
Pittsburgh.
right?
Nah, it's in Pittsburgh.
Oh, shit, man. Well, we can do it, man.
Listen, because like truth be told, man, like even in Chicago, he was mediocre at best.
Right.
He had some good games, but he had the majority bad games.
Right.
You know
So-
what I mean? He comes here, like we have him in the rotation, but like they push him out first, right?
Right.
So it's his job to lose. He loses the job. You know what I mean? We cycle through quarterbacks,
Right.
And then he's back in and he stinks it up again.
So-
Like get rid of him. Let's build.
So what
after
you're
that.
saying is Chi-Town got one over on us. Like, I don't know, man. Mitch, he's a hell of a quarterback, man. I don't know if I can get away with that, letting you get him for that. You know what? I give him to my friends for 1.5.
I think
Give me 2 for it.
I
No,
think
he was with
he
Buffalo.
got over on Chi-Town.
Yeah, he got over a shot. He was with
Right.
Buffalo last year, too.
Who,
But
Trubisky?
2 years ago, yeah.
So, shit,
He
went-
left Chicago and went to Buffalo.
so you had your people look it up.
No, I already knew.
Well, I'm just
I
saying,
didn't
I didn't know if you
that.
had your people look it up and shit, because you have people. You're the only one of us out of the DWI that has people that look shit up like that. He got a team of people that look, independent research up. But he went to 3 different teams and stunk it up. I'm talking about went there and left shit piles everywhere he went. So Mitch was here like, oh, that ain't nothing but Mitch's shit. I know that. That's Trubisky shit.
Right.
Let me ask y'all this though. This is out of left field. How do y'all feel about everybody saying Russell Wilson might land in Pittsburgh next year?
I don't want him.
Right.
No offense. I mean, Russell he had some good years, but he's old.
Are you saying that they're past him?
Yeah, hell yeah. Like, I mean, he hasn't been good in like 3 or 4 years.
With all the controversy of him and his girl and Future still.
I'm gonna ask y'all this.
Keep his ass in Denver.
Just to be an asshole about it. And I'm gonna ask you folks out there. And listen, I'm gonna ask you this question, Wax. After you subscribe, like, and or share your comment. We'd love to hear from you. We're going into 2024 with humongous expectations, so we expect you to have them as well. But, little curveball. Russell Wilson or Colin Kaepernick?
Neither. Mitch Trubisky. So,
if I had to choose one,
If you have to choose one.
Russell Wilson.
yeah, if I had to choose one, it'd be Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the heel, Wax.
You going with?
I'm going with Colin Kaepernick.
This motherfucker ain't played in 8 years.
Listen, I understand that, but he's starving like he ain't never ate.
He ain't starving.
I'm not saying financially. I'm saying as far as the game.
Right.
You know, you guys both know being former high school standouts. I would say, college standouts, but
You'd be lying.
yeah. But you guys know that shit from playing ball years ago. If there was a way we could physically play the game of football right now at an NFL level and not get hurt tomorrow for work, we'd do that shit tonight and then go to work tomorrow with some stories to tell. And y'all know I'm telling the truth, but unfortunately, fellas, that time has came and went.
Yeah, I don't know.
So you're saying the same thing about Russ.
Yeah,
His time's gone.
I think so.
Yeah.
His best years are behind him.
Definitely.
Do you agree, Wax?
I do.
All right, well, then y'all's both stuck with him and I get cat.
I was about to say he's still semi-athletic, but he's just not doing what I like to see. He's not completing passes.
I wouldn't spend the
making
money.
Dumb shit.
My bad, Wax.
My bad. Go ahead.
No, I said I wouldn't spend the money that he wants because he's 30. He's what, 37?
What if he don't want a lot of money? What if he's just doing it for like,
Well, if he don't want a lot of money, that means he ain't worth a lot.
What
of
if
money.
he wants to do it for $200,000 in a Maserati?
Then you're probably gonna get $200,000 worth of QB in.
Well, that brings Sierra to Pittsburgh.
Who cares?
She's gonna be down here.
She's just as washed as hell. Ain't nobody checking for no goddamn
I'm just
Sierra.
saying, man, she's gonna be at the games and shit, feeling all hot and bothered and whatnot, man.
But Father Time is undefeated, so it is what it is. I mean, I think Denver kind of did him dirty a little bit. I mean, he was actually playing a little bit better this year.
Did you see his coach yelling at him?
Oh, he was cussing him out.
That's the first time I've ever seen somebody cuss their quarterback out
Right.
like that.
And then what pisses me off is like he just sat there and took it. Like, I don't want nobody like that. Man, if you gonna cuss me out, I'm cussing you the fuck back out.
You mean to tell me you couldn't wait until y'all got back into the locker room for that
But
conversation?
if that happens, if your coach is doing that to you, are you not giving it back to him a little bit?
My guy.
Are you gonna sit there and look down at the floor like a bitch?
I tell the people that I work with, I don't want them to get it twisted.
Right.
I don't want to show them something they don't see every day.
Right. That's another reason why I don't want him is he don't seem like he got no fucking fight in him. He always wants to be a politician and shit. I want my quarterbacks feisty. I want them.
But here's the thing, dude.
You can't be just cussing me the fuck out in front of everybody and I'm just gonna sit there and take.
I agree. I'm not that type of person neither. But then some people expect you to be a docile individual in order to get that money.
Fuck what they expect.
I'm not getting him. He's look at AB.
It's what your teammates are. They're seeing the bitch in you.
Okay, but what about AB? Is he too outsposken?
Yeah, you can. There's always too much of something.
So, like, at what point? When is it?
If you're getting disrespected, you just supposed to sit back and tuck your tail between your legs. Have some fucking nuts. Have some fight in you.
Show
the leadership.
That
exactly.
they put you in.
I agree 100%. That's exactly how I am, as well as y'all. But at that point, AB got blackballed for being the exact opposite of Russell Wilson.
I beg to differ.
Right.
AB got blackballed for doing dumb shit.
Right.
Constantly.
Y'all don't believe a lot of that shit that AB was saying was right, though, about as far as his paycheck? Like, nigga, I'm out here fucking risking my body for y'all, and y'all can't pay me? That's what the discrepancy was before he left.
Though.
He was wanting more.
Well, he was already getting paid. You already signed
But
the
I'm
contract.
worth more. I'm sorry. I want to show you that I'm worth more.
Well, then you shouldn't have signed the contract. You should have signed the contract for more.
And you should
signed
fire
the contract.
your agent.
You signed the contract.
Okay.
And then you fucked up the contract with the Steelers. You signed another contract. You fucked up the contract with the Raiders. You signed another contract. You fucked up the contract with the Patriots. You signed another contract. And you fucked up the contract with the Buccaneers.
Okay.
Of course you ain't gonna get no money.
All right.
Who the fuck's paying you when you do that shit? Russell Wilson, on the other hand, is a model citizen. But at the same time, if you getting cussed out like the way he got cussed out, and he just sat there with his head down, looking all fucking stupid, that shit, like, if I'm his teammate, I'm looking at that shit like, God damn, this nigga is a bitch.
I agree.
No offense, I mean, shout out to Russell Wilson, but you look like a bitch at that point.
He did.
I'm cussing you the fuck back out.
Yeah.
And if I lose my job, I'm gonna lose my job anyway.
But you lose your job with dignity.
Yeah, by standing up for yourself.
For standing up for yourself. Something that we've all been taught before we left the house.
Right.
Before we went out into this world, and like I said, we were raised predominantly by our mothers.
Right.
There was a time period where our dads got involved, but at the same time, it was one of those situations to where if you leave this house, I want you to remember one thing. Respect yourself.
Right.
And don't let nobody disrespect you.
Correct.
Right. You ain't gotta respect me, but you ain't gonna disrespect me.
You damn right. So, shout out to Russ, but at the same time, I feel like my brother's here, man.
And I hope he lands on his feet.
Because I don't play that shit neither. I don't play that shit at all. You can do this. And my man Moneybag Yo says, you can do anything you want in this world, just not with me. So you're not going to play me like that.
Right.
Because at that point, you're playing yourself.
Right.
I'm not here for that reason, dude. Wax. I'm not here to make a monkey out of myself. But don't think for one moment you can disrespect me at your dispense.
Right.
At your leisure. I'm not here for that. I'm here to make this money. So the moment that the wires get crossed and the situation changes, now you got another person that you're dealing with.
Right.
So,
And I'm sure his teammates, they seen that shit too. Going back to Sean Payton, I'm sure they seen that like, damn, like that. You lose respect from the rest of your team when you do shit like that too.
Right.
When you treat other people like shit.
Right.
Like you lose your team like that. So I don't know. I don't think Sean Payton's gonna be there too much longer either, man. Like they gave him a big contract, but I don't know how long he's gonna be there.
All right, so fellas, all in all, Russell Wilson coming, him not coming, I can dig it. But that's TBD, to be determined. So with that being said, fellas, defensively, what do you think we're gonna do, dude?
I don't know. We're pretty decimated on defense, man. We're down to the studs.
What's going on with Fitzy?
I think he's still out. I think his knee is his knee, so he's out. But
so he comes back and he gets hurt again. Like, what the fuck, man? Leave him alone. Let him just heal.
Right.
Yes.
I think they got.
That's why I don't want to start old boy.
They got Pat P back there playing safety, and he's been doing good playing safety.
Come on, bro.
He's it's probably more natural for him to play safety at this point in his career than to be a starting cornerback. But
that safety position is the last line of defense, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't need to be as athletic as you need to be a cornerback. You can be more cerebral.
Right.
That's what he is.
More mental.
Right. And take more chances.
Right.
Right.
And then when we got Joey Porter.
That's what I was getting ready to ask you, bro.
He's been locking niggas up this year, man.
He was ankle biting a little bit too.
I mean, yeah, but he's. I think he might win Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
I think he's a candidate for me for that shit.
Okay.
Like if you look at the numbers on who he's been watching and their stats, he's been locking motherfuckers up. So
Wax.
I feel like our defense is hurting. Our offense finally comes alive.
Right.
Like, in my opinion, I feel like we're going to double team Metcalf and somebody else is going to chew us a little bit.
Right.
But, like, our offense has to now take the reins and cover for our defense a little bit.
But Mason put up 30.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, our offense is going to have to cover for our defense a little bit.
Right.
You know what I mean? But, I mean, still do the goddamn job. You can't let nobody just chew us like we always do.
Right. So let me...
You know what I mean? This shit's important right now. We got our playoff fucking hope on the line.
I want to see the matchup. I want to see Joey Porter versus Metcalf. I'm going to watch that.
That's going to be a fucking amazing matchup.
That's going to be a nice matchup. And they've been having Joey. He's been traveling. You know,
Joey's a big boy, man.
Yeah, he's been traveling to whoever, Roman, to wherever they put their dopest nigga, Joey goes. So we haven't seen that since Ike Taylor. So,
Right.
So
shout out to Ike, man, for being that dope.
Ike
and Joey being in the footsteps.
Right.
You called it, dude.
Same number. So I want to see that matchup. That's going to be a good matchup.
Now, I know the young buck, but at the same time, I'm more of a okay, let's see how this whole thing pans out before I go ahead and get my thoughts on somebody.
Right.
I just don't want to be wrong. To where you'll give your, inclination on how you're feeling about it, and then we'll go from there, No harm, no foul.
I don't mind being wrong.
My man, I ain't wrong.
I'm just never wrong.
That's it. I ain't never wrong. You know why? You know why. Because I'm wheeling. And I'm dealing. Mm-hmm. But, fuck all that. Defensively, you got two juggernauts that went fucking ballistic last week. You got Watt. Shout out to fucking Watt. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? TJ, always coming through. Then you got Highsmith on the other side, dude. Mm-hmm. Both of them motherfuckers went ham last week, man. So, I'm gonna ask you first, AWAX, sack-wise. Give it to me straight.
I think TJ...
Because you got Gino back there at the helm.
Yeah, and he likes to get happy feet. I think TJ's going to come up with 2 sacks and share a half a sack with Highsmith. Hopefully we can lock, the ends around.
Right.
Hopefully we lock the outside.
Okay.
Right. And,
What about you, dude?
I can see that. I can see TJ getting a couple.
What about Highsmith?
He'll probably get one. He'll have a lot of QB pressures.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
that's his forte.
Yeah, that's his shit. So what TJ don't get, he'll clean up.
Right.
And we just gotta hope the middle of the field, because our linebackers. I think Landon Roberts. I don't know if he's down. We got.
He did get hurt.
Yeah, we got Miles Jack back there. We picked him up off the damn couch. He was retired and shit.
He was asleep.
Yeah,
Miles Jack was in the bed. He was like, Miles, come get the phone. All right, hold on. That motherfucker picked up. Miles, we need you, baby. Miles, what are you doing?
Miles, baby, honey,
oh, man. They fucking dressed that shit up in cake. They gave it to Miles, like, here you go, sweetheart. Miles was like, I like cake, and they ate it with his hands and shit.
His grandma was like, Miles, you know who these Steelers?
They keep calling.
Some guy named Omar Khan's calling you.
His grandma called like, Miles. Miles.
See, here you go. But nah, man. So, all right, fellas, I feel like basically I'm going to piggyback on what y'all said. I feel like Watt's going to have 2. But I feel like Highsmith may have 2 as well, maybe even 3.
I hope so.
It's the end of the year for them fellas, so they need to get a bonus as well. Mm-hmm. In our line of profession, we need to hit that end of the year mark so we can try to make that jack for next year.
Right.
So I'm sure that they're trying to do the same, dude.
Right.
So, with that, I'm going to say that they fare very well next week.
Right.
I'm going to say they fare very well tonight, and we're going to see what happens.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's go, Pittsburgh. Let's go. Let's get this shit.
Let's get it.
Steeler Nation, we love you guys. We thank you for supporting us. We need to show up, show out, and let's get this fucking game. So shout out to everybody that's been supporting us, that's been showing up, that's had their comments in there. There was a episode where we had about over 800 views, man.
Right.
Keep running. Keep running that number.
Listen,
we want y'all
to view and comment. We ask for it. We put ourselves in position to be advocates on your behalf. We got a platform. We're going from your lips to our ears, back to their damn ears. So we do this shit for y'all and us so we can represent Steeler Nation in the fashion we know how to. So for that, let's get it. Let's win this game so we can go on the hunt in the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
Signing out. Steelers, let's get it.